And good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today on St. Patrick's Day? It is St. Patrick's Day, isn't it? How are you doing today? We're in a little late this morning because it's Monday. You're putting out the fires. And anybody else in that boat where you come in and you're just like, everything I thought I had planned for the day went down the toilet. That's because we had a couple rush order that came in, something we got to go pick up that should have been here and it's not. And now, a good fun rest of the day with things. So you know how that goes. Good times, right? So let me know. How was your Monday day? How's your St. Patrick's Day? Are you wearing green? That's the big question to ask because, I have weird questions like that. Now, today's topic, I got two planned out. We do one today. We're going to do the other one on Wednesday. Thanks to Tim for Wednesday's idea. But this one is going to talk about, how to get repeat orders from, your churches, your nonprofits, your small businesses. So we're going to go over some what I feel are some good tips for it because there's a lot of it that we use on the yearly basis because of how we set things up for it. And we always know it's easier to sell the customer we've previously sold to. So why do we want to get into it? So that's what we're going to do. But this is what I need from you. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, and then your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? My list has 30 things on it. That's what I was going through. And so of 5 things that need to get done today, DTF needs to get done and out. Order product needs to happen today. What else are these? Design work needs to get done today. Cut HTV needs to get done today. And a flyer for tomorrow needs to get done today. So, yeah, we've got a lot to get done today. So what do you have going on and what are you doing? And make sure, like and subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And we see what we got here. Tim, good morning. Toledo, Ohio, 29. I'm only going to 45. With code red to drink this morning. I know when we talked Friday, Tim, it was supposed to be beautiful today. So we could see a leprechaun out riding around. I have a feeling at 45 that's not going to happen. We got snow over the weekend. It was a wild weekend. I will tell that. Weather, snow, it was just wild. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 29. With some flurries, water in a cup. 5 things, quotes, sewing alterations, DTF, embroider fleece sweatshirt, work on mug rugs. Those are those little like coasters, right? Is that what those are? Hi, Tim from Barb. Tommy, good morning from Tacoma, Washington, where it's 39 out, lots of clouds. I do apparel, tumblers, and anything else I can get my hands on. Great! Thanks for joining us. We are here to help any way we can. Renee, good morning. She's morning to Tommy, Joe, Tim, and Barb. And hi, Tommy Joe from Barb. And hi, Renee from Barb. And Jerry, good morning. All Chilean 31 there in Mod, Ohio. What's Mod? Mod, Ohio. George, good morning, my friend. How are you doing, George? How's things going with you? Should we hop on a call this afternoon? That's the other thing. Is we've got training. If you're in our mentorship community, I will put the link to it. I did. I put the link into it last night, didn't I? I've got a week boot camp today. All this week. Starts at 11 a.m. Free. Got the link in there for it if you want to join me. And I believe Brian's joining me in there too. You see Brian's here, but Brian's joining me in there too because that's the thing is when we take training together, guess what happens? Now we're holding each other accountable. We're working together and stuff. Him and I did this on a cap cut project last year. And, I think it really helped us both out because we're holding each other accountable for it. So in the mentorship community is the link to it. Go check it out. Rena, good morning, everyone. 48 there. Expecting some more needed rain today. Coffee in the cup. Finishing up taxes. Woo on taxes. But taxes are a good thing because if you're paying taxes, then you're making money, right? Hi, Tommy Joe. Welcome from Jerry. Renee's got 27 on the way to 55 in sunny Chicagoland. Water and bottle. Coffee brewing. Work on my 5 things. Morning, Jerry, George. Rena, I got coffee in my cup this morning as well. I've been trying something new. Before I add my creamer to it, I'm taking the frother and running it through there and then putting it in there. Yeah, I'm trying to be bougie, I guess. Hi, Jerry and George from Barb. Hey, you're here, right? I am. I'm right here. We were scheduling up things for the day and what I needed to get done, what Corey needed to get done, what Kristen needed to get done. And with it being St. Patrick's Day, that adds a whole other thing into it because there's things going on to school. And yeah, it just makes for a long day. Tim's 5 things. Working on hats for the Hitman, We both have the same hitman. Find my white shirt for the outfit. Yeah. Tint removal at 12. Big TikTok live giveaway around 1:30. And if you got he has time, he'll come back for it. Ooh, very nice. Teal, is that close enough to green? No. Teal's not a real color because we don't know what color it is. We don't know if it's green or blue. Jerry says, hi, yes, I do have green on, so my dog doesn't pinch me. I already look where she was getting pinched. I'm like, you're not wearing green. Boom, boom, boom. We did some fun stuff for the kids. I took pictures. I'll post them online. Jerry, love that your pup participates too. Is it a pinch or is it a nip? What does he do there? Hi, Renee, Barb, Tim, Todd, and all from Jerry. And Jerry, thanks for the notice, Jerry. There we go to Renee, right? Yeah, Renee. Hi, Rena from Barb. I'm planning on joining at noon Eastern. Yep, that's when it starts. So noon Eastern, 11 my time. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Hi, Chuck from Barb. And hi, Barb back from Chuck. So I think we're good. And caught up there. Let me grab my notes so that way we can put everything on the same thing and be ready to roll, right? I got to put this other screen so that way we're good on that. And I think we will just, nope, I got to bring it back here. That's right. I got to bring it back in here. So let's get into it, right? Because as far as I know, everybody here wants to make sales. I know a lot of people are slow. I know a lot of people are scared. I know a lot of people are in over their heads right now. And how do I know that? Because I talked to a lot of people. I made a post yesterday talking about, small business and where things are with it. In the last week, I've talked to people who have lost tens of thousands of dollars in jobs. I've talked to people who had to let employees go. I talked to people that had to cut employees' hours. I've talked to people whose accounts were negative. I've talked to people who wasn't sure if they're going to have enough coming in to pay next month's bills. You're not alone out there, right? And when we're looking at that, what can we do for it? And so I'm going to try and put together a little series on, ways to, to boost that revenue on things that we can do on it. And today, we're starting that with how we can sell that custom merch to places like churches and nonprofits and businesses. And then the best thing is that we, can hopefully lead to getting those repeat orders, because there's a lot of opportunity out there in the churches, the nonprofits, and the businesses, right? Because these places are always going to need t-shirts, hoodies, banners, signs, promo products for events, volunteers, branding. So what are we doing? A lot of times, instead of them working local, with a local business like us, they're ordering cheap online suppliers, right? It's the worst thing is that they don't know where to start. They don't know that we're here. And so what we want to do is we want them to know that we are here, and we're going to come up with some ways that we can partner with those churches and those nonprofits and those businesses to lock in those repeatable orders, and we can grow our local business. So this is going to be a game plan for it, right? So we'll give you 5 tips. We'll go over some examples of it, and then we'll give some actionable steps for it. And if you were in our mentorship community, I'm putting together a worksheet. I'll have that uploaded before our 9:30 call. So that way you can have that worksheet to go off of. Just put all this in a worksheet form, so that way it makes it kind of easy for it. So when we're looking at this, we want to really, the first thing is we want to make it accessible and easy for them, right? We want to make it effortless for whoever is the decision makers. Churches, nonprofits, and businesses, they're run by busy people, right? So if ordering from us is complicated, guess what's going to happen? They're just not going to do it, right? We just need to make it ridiculously simple for them. So the one thing is, we really boast on the online store side of things. So instead of them having to deal with, collecting orders and tracking sizes and handling payments and figuring out handwriting and that, we can set up a free store for them, right? It's all online. This is where the employees, the volunteers, members, everything can just go and order directly. So we handle the printing, we handle the fulfillment, we handle the payment processing. All they got to do is just sit back, direct traffic, and collect a check. The other option is and And by some, the good majority of them prefer the bulk order and to take care of them themselves. So with us, hey, we can do that. We can make it easy for them. And how do we do that? Can we pre-sort it and give them, labeled for departments or groups? Can we individually package so it's just for by the order for it? Can we deliver to their location so they don't have to pick up? And we can do reorder reminders so they don't run out unexpectedly. We've got a couple that we do in the spring and the fall. And the spring one is usually end of March into April. The other one is usually September, October. And so usually the month prior to that, we reach out to them, just check in, see where things are with it. So that way we can, get them on the board, and two, just start the process with it. We're reaching out to them. We're not letting them have the opportunity to go look for somebody else. We're just wanting there to be ahead of it. So maybe on something like this, can we create a flyer or, some kind of email template that just outlines your easy ordering process? We just need to keep it short, and we focus on how stress-free that we make it for them. Now, next up, hey, why don't we just show them why custom merch is a smart investment? Most of the businesses and the churches and the nonprofits don't realize how powerful branded merch is for their marketing, their fundraising, or their team culture. You know what our job is? It's to educate them. And how can we do this? Well, the fundraising boost. This is a great pitch for churches and nonprofits because many of those need those extra funds and don't think about merch as a way to raise money. So let's just show them. Sell this t-shirt for $25 each, and you can profit $10 per shirt, turning every event into a fundraiser. You can play with the numbers that work for you, but that's what you can do. Sell it for 20, give them 5, sell it for 25, give them 10. Turn every event into a fundraiser. For businesses, that professional branding for it. Businesses want their team to look professional and cohesive. So tell them, branded t-shirts and polos, will really create that polished look and boost that brand recognition and make employees feel like they're part of a team. So how can we make this work? Let's create just a little short pricing guide, that highlights how much they can earn through fundraising or how branded apparel improves their image. Make the value clear and undeniable for them. Now, next up, maybe we can offer some customization and flexibility that they can't get elsewhere. Big suppliers, they often offer generic cookie cutter options, and us, hey, we can get them what they actually want. So the best one, is that custom name and roll upsell, right? Just think on jerseys, we do that. We can add name number on the back for it. So maybe on businesses, they might want a shirt with the employee's name. A nonprofit might need volunteer shirts, by event role. We can offer those custom printing options to add that value and personalization to it. The other thing that we have good for us is that, we can work with their budget, right? Because a lot of these organizations have really tight budgets. So instead of turning them away, offered some tier pricing. Hey, we do this all the time. If premium hoodies are out of budget, let's look at a lightweight hoodie that's still great, that still looks great, but costs less. So, we can have the good, better, best platinum. So here's everything there with it. What's your budget? Let's find something that's this. And usually when someone says, their budget is X, I don't run right up to that budget. I'll give them everything that's below it, and then I'll give them something that's at it, and maybe something that's right above it so they can see what their options are with it. So we can do all this by creating, kind of like a customization menu, right? It's going to showcase personal options, budget-friendly alternatives, and premium upgrades. And this way, it makes it really easy for them to pick what they want. So before we get into 4, how am I doing so far? Any of these sound like they're going to work for you? Let me know in the comments. And let's see what we got here. Tom Joe, Soul Pillow, make toppers for glass. Go to TMS, go to dentist, visit with friends. That sounds like a busy, fun day right there. Jerry says she liked my post on the business page. Love it. I just need more people to share it. And Jerry says, churches and schools have been my lifeblood, especially with fundraising. There we go. And Cindy says, a decision maker president for a theater that is used Todd for merch. Hello. The selling point was that we don't have to do anything but provide a graphic. It made my volunteers' lives so much easier. Yeah, you guys have enough going on. Like, that's the thing is everybody in those positions already has enough to do. So they're getting thrown into like, okay, well, here, we need this and we need that. We got to look for this and like that. And they just don't have the time for it. So let's just clear that all off of their plate for them. Nope. All you have to do is just get us the graphic. We'll take care of everything else for it. That's it. Oh, you don't have a graphic? Cool. You want us to come up with one? Yep. Here's some options that we can do for you. We make it as seamless and easy for them as possible. So they just have to sit back and make some money off of it. Morning, Cindy from Renee, and morning, Renee from Cindy. And morning, Cindy, I see your name and think Bose. See? Look at that. That's because, last year is the year before. It's been a long time. We did Bose for Christmas time. We should do some fun stuff again. Okay, so next up, we got to get in front of the right people, right? Because the person who places the order isn't always who you think, right? You need to connect with the decision makers. So, in a church, we've got, the church secretary versus the pastor. Hey, the pastor may love an idea for church shirts, but at the end of the day, hey, who actually handles everything? Church secretary. They handle the purchases. So we need to know who to pitch to. There's times when we worked at the school, who are we working with, right? Is it a PTO president? Is it a principal? Is it an individual teacher? Is it a leader of a group? Who are we pitching to? Who is the decision maker on it? When it comes to things in, on the business side of things, the HR manager versus the business owner. We're running into this right now. Business owner might not care about the shirts at all, but their HR rep, who's in charge of ordering the uniforms, really cares about things. And so we are dealing with them to go over it. Owner's like, hey, here's the logo, whatever you guys want to do. HR, no. This is what we need. And so we've gotten samples. We went through different variations of things with them based on what's available for sizing and things like that. So we got to know who's in charge for it. So what can we do is make a list of the key contacts at local businesses, churches, nonprofits, and start reaching out to the right people. Now, the last tip that I'm going to give you for today is we need to build those long-term relationships and just not one-time sales. We don't want those single orders, right? We want that repeatable business. This means we got to keep the relationship strong. Now, we've been printing for one place for 7 years. We don't know if we're printing for them this year. Why? Because a new board came in, they took over, and now, they're sending stuff out for bids. So there's a really good chance that we're going to lose it. And we don't win every bid that we did. If we won every bid that we had, I knew we'd have an issue, and it would be in pricing, and we're not charging enough for it. And so we're not winning every bid that's out there. And I'm not going to price match on certain ones because they're going to national companies who are charging fractions of what we are that aren't part of the community, that aren't anything with it. And that's what we're going to get into on Wednesday's topic is competing with those national chains. But we're going to do, what we can our best for locally with it. And so, like I said, we don't win them all. There's some that we can't count on year after year because maybe somebody new is taking in place. One of the businesses, we had a new HR person come in. We didn't know if we were going to do it. We've never had a problem with the business before. We've always provided them the product that they want, the timeline that they want, at the satisfaction level that they wanted, which is perfect. We've already taken care of them. But when somebody new comes in, you don't know. Do they have their own people that they've used before? What's going to change with it? So, we really want to keep those relationships strong so we have a better opportunity for it. We know, I talked earlier, about, the annual reminder. If we know that somebody orders, every year for their 5K, hey, let's put a reminder on our calendar 2 months before the event. And so that way we can reach out to them. Hey, we know this is coming up. We just did this and we've got more going out today because in April, May, mostly May, but there are 2 that are at the end of April. But for fun runs and field days for the schools. And so we're reaching out to them. Hey, it's coming up this, let's get an early jump on it. We sold one of them. So that's, that was a good one. And so that's what we're doing. hey, let's get out there in front of it. Let's see what we can do, and let's put this stuff together. So that way, we're there. We're ahead of it. We're trying to relieve the stress as we know everything as it comes in, as it gets closer to the event. And so let's get it taken care of now. The other thing is maybe we can offer some kind of, exclusive VIP pricing for them, a preferred partner discount or special early access to new products, so they keep coming back, repeatable order, can we take our prices to where they, everything is there, but can we, hey, thanks for business, reorder 5% discount, 3% discount, 10% discount, figure out what works for you, and just, preferred partner discount on it. So that way they can see that for it. So how do we do all of this? Hey, well, we need to set up some kind of follow-up system, Google Calendar, email reminders, even sticky notes. You need something that you're going to be able to look at and know that it is time to check in with past clients. And a simple, hey, you ready for this year's shirts? It can lock in another sale for you. So before we wrap up our final thoughts for this, any other questions, comments, concerns? Maybe. Renee's asking if Tuesday with Todd is coming back. Maybe. Here's the thing. I don't know. If it does, I don't know if it'll come back as a live show. And one of the big reasons with that is now that baseball's starting up, games throughout the week, I can't. Oh, and that's the thing. The kids stuff at night, that supersedes anything I want to do. I won't push them out for business. And I learned that from this is going to sound bad. I learned that from my first batch of kids, right? Where it was work at night, work all the time. And so this one, hey, when there's stuff that's going on, we're going to make sure that we're there for it. So I can't guarantee it, but eventually, yes. When you go to the church to pitch, do you take sample shirts? I hear a lot of how do the shirts feel. So I think I need to take them along. Hey, this is what you're going to do. This is a great opportunity for you, Jerry. As we go to these, we learn what they want. So in this case, yeah, if you've got, on a t-shirt, if you got the 3 levels or the 4 levels, whatever your thing is, you're just going to create a pitch box, right? Here's your, pitch deck, however you want to call it, your presentation box. Here's the stuff. So here's the, here's our stock colors that we use. Here's the shirts that we use. Here's everything that's available with it. So that way we can show them to them and do the presentation there. It has been a long, long time since I have had to do an in-person pitch that we haven't closed 95% of it online prior to that, whether through phone calls or through Zoom meetings or through emails. Now there are, once it's closed, then we'll get into the sample process. Here's some things for it to go. But in the pitch, I haven't for a long time. Let me sell them first on it, and then let's work through the process on that. But if you're going in and you're taking stuff, yeah, just have your presentation box and you're good to go. That's a great answer, Jerry. Renee, 2025, maybe. Maybe. I want to get those into more of the produced ones that can just drop, because we are doing live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's, it takes a lot to go live. It takes a lot. I'll say that. 11, hey, Orlando, 60 degrees there. Hi, Evelyn from Jerry. Jeff says, my cat wouldn't let me be on time. She needs pets. Yeah, that happens. Jeff. And what a great day. I just learned with my older ones. I work second shift with my older ones. I work nights and weekends, so I'd be able to make stuff on there. But throughout the week, it was tough. Had to work. And being somebody that was in the service industry, if I didn't work, we didn't make money. Like the pay, the hourly pay wasn't anything. But being a bartender, it's all about the tips. So when you took time off, a slow time, you're out $250. Busy, you could be out $1,000. And so it was tough. And now I'm to the point where I can work this, but practices, sure, maybe, but for the, don't miss games, don't miss anything like that. School events, it changed that mindset to it. And if that means making less money, it means making less money, but I've got to do it to be there for them. And, for myself to just turn off the business switch every once in a while. And Jerry, depending on whom you get accounts with, you can get sample pricing. That's right. Got any more info on this pitch box? All right, Jerry. Finding my handy dandy pen and we're going to call this a presentation box. And I will set that up for Friday. That'll be Friday's topic, presentation boxes. We're going to do some ideas of things to include in that. That'll be on Friday's show. Wednesday's show is going to be competing against nationwide national sellers, so places like First Place and BSN. So that'll be Wednesday. Friday, we're going to talk presentation boxes. There you go, Jerry. How's that? Do we charge them for the samples? No. So the sample, like when we create that, we'll have like the PC54, the 3001, and then what's the I have to go back and look because it all depends on color. There's the tri-blend. So there's a tri-blend in there. So just have those, and here's the samples from it so they can feel. That's it. And we're not doing anything on the sample sides of things. When we look at it, if it's close up, we'll conclude in the pricing. We'll factor that in there. If I've got to spend $50, in samples to get, a 3,000 hour order, I'll do it. And a lot of times that first one, that's the same stuff we're going to use every time. So then it's just good to go with it. And Jerry says, Renee, I have sample shirts here. I'm wondering if I should take those with me. I do not leave them with the client. It's only for them to see the difference between the styles, feel, and cost. Yep. That is the reason you started, is to be there. Yeah, that's the reason why, we wanted to be here for it. We wanted to be there for the kids, and that was it. When we were going through this, remember, when I was still working at the full-time job, I was there from, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning to, 4 or 5 o'clock at night. And then I went right into, this storefront that we had. And then we were there from, 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And that was it. And so Corey would bring the kids, she'd work with them. We'd have them there at the shop to be able to do it. And it just got to be too much. And so then that became, hey, we're doing it full time. I was there 10 to 6 every day. So I was home, in time for dinner to be able to do that and be there for all their events and things. And then thanks to COVID, we realized, hey, we don't need the huge overhead of a mall location. Although, God, I still think I should have a retail location. I need people to talk me out of it again, please. Please talk me out of it. Morning, Barb from Jeff, and hi, Cindy from Barb. Okay, so as we get in this, let's wrap this up and recap where we're at in it. Because when we look at it, this is a huge market, and that we can tap into it. And we can really start winning those local sales. Churches, nonprofits, businesses, they need branded apparel. And most don't even realize how easy it is and valuable it can be to them. And that's where we come in, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to make ordering effortless for them, because busy people need simple solutions. We're going to show them the value, which means more fundraising money and better branding. We're going to offer the unique customization and flexibility, because we're going to give them what they actually want. Yeah. We're going to get in front of the right people, find those decision makers. We're going to build those long-term relationships, because we're going to turn that one order into 2 orders, to 3 orders, to 6 orders, to 12. Repeatable business. So what I want you to do is pick out one of these and reach out to a local church, a nonprofit, or a business this week. The faster you can start, the sooner you can start locking in those big repeatable orders. And when you make it easy and valuable and personal, these organizations are going to choose you. That's what we're going to do. We need to start selling ourselves, not just what we do. Sell yourself. That sounds really bad. I didn't think about saying that out loud. Sell yourself. Yeah, go sell yourself. Sell yourself. No, Lena, that's touchy. So we went in with a partnership that did not work out, and it was a nightmare. So from that, I knew better than to work with partnerships that didn't have everything done in paper, and it was a nightmare. And so now, it's like, if we do it, I just want a little spot for an office to be able to meet people and do that. We still meet at Starbucks or Panera. We'll still find a place to meet and do everything when we have to meet in person. But sometimes I think it'd be nice to have a little thing. That's right, Jerry. Retail equal more money. Why I'm not seeing everyone's comment? I don't know, Tommy. Everyone's on YouTube, so I'm not sure why you're not seeing it. So he says, if it's not profit, I always check in with members of their board director. They help me find the right person to talk to. They do. That's right. Good little tip. Board of directors. And a lot of times in these, you can just find all this information right online. That's a good idea, Cindy. Oh, there we go. Jerry says, go to all comments. Then they show up. That's right, because Jerry used to not be able to see things. See, Jerry's out there helping people today. Jerry's out there. And Renee says, Tommy switched to live chat at the top. Tommy, sometimes you have to select live chat. YouTube is silly. See, look at that. All right, we're getting it there. Check yourself. Look, everybody being super helpful today. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Now, with that, we're wrapping up today. Wednesday, we're going to talk about how you can compete against those national suppliers. Friday, now, thanks to Jerry, we're going to talk about presentation boxes, pitch decks. We're going to put something in there. We'll put something together on how we can do that. So that way, it gives everybody a good jump for it. So with that, we have our mentorship community call starting in less than 30 minutes. You can find the link to join our Patreon down at the bottom. We do those calls 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we got a busy day. I got training up there. We'll see whoever else joins us. So with that, everybody have an amazing day. We'll be back here Wednesday. Make sure to like and subscribe and share. Sharing is caring. That's what there's one thing that I can have you guys do. It would be go share this with more people so we can, get more people to be, here with us. I love you guys, but I'd like more people. So help us out with that. All right. Peace, love, press on. We'll see you guys next time.